Mets fans, the New York Mets just acquired Luis Robert Jr., a guy that I've been begging David Stearns to get now for 2 seasons. This offseason, I said, you want elite defense, you want elite speed on the base paths. Luis Robert Jr. gives you both of those things. We're going to break down a lot of why I think this is an outstanding trade for the New York Mets. It falls right into David Stearns' plan, adds another potential MVP-type bat to this lineup. I'm going to break down his numbers, break down all the stuff, who we traded away, what the salary is going to be. But first, guys, share, like, subscribe to this channel because all offseason I'm going to be breaking down every move the New York Mets make. If you like Giants content, wrestling content soon enough, New York Knicks content, not much to talk about there, but we are talking about David Stearns and the New York Mets. Share, like, subscribe. Let's get into this video, people. I've been asking David Stearns to acquire Luis Robert Jr., what seems to be like 2 seasons now. And finally, he comes out of nowhere at 11:30 at night. While a lot of people are sleeping, I'm not sleeping. I'm waiting and waiting for this trade to happen. I willed it to happen, and this is exactly a move that fits right into the David Stearns plan. In the last couple weeks alone, Bichette, tremendous bat. Luis Robert Jr., tremendous athlete, 5-tool athlete, 28 years old. Let's get into the stats first of Luis. No, actually, I'm sorry. Let's get into what exactly the New York Mets are giving up for Luis Robert Jr. here. It's not much, guys. It's not much. I promise you it's not much. Let's look at this right here. I'm so excited, man. This is a guy that I've been coveting as a Mets fan. Breaking from Jeff Passons, we got at 11:16. I apologize. The New York Mets are in agreement on a trade to acquire center fielder Luis Robert Jr. from the Chicago White Sox, and we are sending over Luis Angel Acuna, and we are sending over Truman Pauly. Don't act like you know who Truman Pauly is. If you are a New York Mets fan, I do not want to hear it. Because this is the type of guy that was just you guys had no idea he was just drafted this year. I could promise you that. So that didn't pop out well. But the New York Mets are acquiring Luis Robert Jr. They are sending over absolutely nothing in Luis Angel Acuna. Luis Angel Acuna is a very good base running guy, end of the game guy, defense. He's not providing much at the plate. Luis Angel Acuna is a decent piece heading over to the Chicago White Sox. Truman Pauly, a guy that the Mets just drafted this year. You're going to have a portion of Mets fans that just strictly hate David Stearns that are going to go, oh, my God, they traded Truman Pauly. What the hell is David Stearns doing? He's such an idiot. You didn't even know he was drafted this year. I promise you, half the Met fan base had no – actually, I promise you, 80% of the Met fan base had no idea who Truman Pauly is. You probably didn't even know he was a pitcher. You have no idea who the guy is. And then you're going to cry over Luis Angel Acuna. I don't know what to tell you because this is low risk, extremely high reward for the New York Mets. At worst, at his absolute worst, Luis Robert Jr. is giving you elite defense in center field. Your defense up the middle now with Francisco Lindor, Marcus Semien, 2 Gold Glove caliber players, and then you go to the Gold Glove in center field and Luis Robert. Your defense is completely transformed. You've upgraded at third base. You've upgraded at first base with a guy who's never even played first base defensively from Pete Alonso. This is a tremendous get. Again, low risk, high reward. You cannot fault David Stearns for this kind of trade. Now, let's get into his career numbers here. Let's get into his numbers first because I want to show you guys. The potential that I've seen in that 2023 season. Okay, it doesn't look pretty the last 2 years because he's been hurt. That's another thing. I get it, guys. Low risk, high reward. You gotta open your brains up to these kind of things. This is a tremendous 5-tool type player that could do so much for this baseball club that we've been lacking. So let's just go into his rookie season in 2020. We're going to erase that because that's the COVID season. We're not going to get into that too much. He had 296 plate appearances. Next year, he batted .338 with a .946 OPS. Not the biggest sample size, but you saw the potential possibly coming out with the 13 home runs, the 43 RBIs, the 6 steals. You didn't see much there. 2022 has 401 plate appearances, hits .284, still very good. .746 OPS, could be better. But you see the potential there with the .284 average. 2023 is the year we're all talking about. 2023 is the year that I became obsessed with this player. 38 home runs, 80 RBIs, 20 steals, 264 average, not the greatest, but an 857 OPS. Standing defense in center field. Kept it going. 2024 and 2025, 400-plus plate appearances. Not the best seasons, guys. Not the best seasons because he got hurt, and he's had lingering injuries throughout his career that I possibly think you're putting him in. Let me just get this out first. You're not bringing in Luis Robert Jr., as I've stated in the past. You're not bringing him in to come in and be your number 3 hitter and be the savior of the New York Mets franchise. The White Sox needed him to be the savior for that franchise. Change of scenery is so important sometimes in sports. It's important in life in general. So if you have Luis Robert Jr., taking him from the Chicago White Sox, bringing him into a totally new clubhouse now with Francisco Lindor, Juan Soto, Marcus Semien, all clubhouse guys. Semien's a leader, Lindor's a leader, Soto a leader, Bichette, guys who are busting their ass, working hard every single day compared to the rumors that we've heard in the past with Tommy Pham that happened in the Mets clubhouse a few years ago. You're getting a guy now that could be extremely motivated to cash in next year and the year after. He's 28 years old. There is 5-tool potential in this player. And again, at worst, you're getting elite Gold Glove defense in center field. Elite. He had a 90%. He's in the 90 percentile in sprint speed. You're getting a guy who is extremely fast, an outstanding base runner, and he's going to bring speed on the base paths. You're not putting him 1. You're not putting him 3. You're not putting him 5. You might not even put him 6. He could be your 7th hitter, possibly even your 8th hitter, with how deep this lineup is going to be. I told you to be patient because Stearns is adding, and he's probably not done either. He's going to add more. Pitching's coming. This is just one of the greater moves that Stearns has made all offseason, completely transforming this lineup for the better. So I'm going to show you guys quickly what he looks like in the Met uniform, right? Because we all kind of want to see that before we log off here. This beautiful day or night, whatever time it is that you're watching this, but this beautiful night when you look at this. Look at this, man. This is just awesome. Welcome to the New York Mets, Luis Robert Jr. I think technically it's Luis Robert Jr., or whatever it is. Robert Jr., this is such a get, man. I am so happy. I'm so happy for David Stearns and the Mets for pulling this deal off. The rumors have been crazy over the last year and a half about Luis Robert. The last I heard, I remember was my birthday, like December 4th, that they were still interested in him, and the White Sox were interested in Luis Angel Acuna. So that was where we were at that point. That was early December. So again, you're bringing him in. This is a tremendous get. Think about your defense now going up the middle. You have Francisco Alvarez, who's improved as a catcher. And then you have Francisco Lindor at shortstop. You got Marcus Semien, 2 perennial Gold Glove type players. Elite defense, especially for Marcus Semien. You go up the middle more. You have Luis Robert Jr. in center field, who gives you the speed. He gives you that Gold Glove caliber defense. This is a tremendous get, guys. And again, the most important thing that you just cannot predict, change of scenery. This matters sometimes to players. It matters, again, sometimes in life. This type of stuff matters. Getting him into a new clubhouse, getting him into a clubhouse that has playoff aspirations, that has World Series aspirations, it's going to mean more for a guy like Luis Robert. And look, at the end of the day, Mets are taking on the full salary of $22 million. That's $20 this year and the $2 million the team buyout if they happen to buy him out. That's the key. That's the whole key to this. If this thing goes off the rails and doesn't work out, you pay the $2 million and you let him go. Pay the 2 and let him go. There is no risk to this. Absolutely no risk. Let's play the game. Worst case scenario, plays 40, 50 games, hits 150, strikes out 1 million times, gets hurt. He's gone after this year. Let's play the best case scenario. Gets back to that 5-tool MVP form that he showed in 2023, flashes in 2021 and 2022. What if he hits you 30 home runs? What if he turns into the guy that everybody thought he could be? He's only 28 years old. We're not acquiring a 40-year-old guy that's over the hill now. Mets fans have got to like this move. I'm sorry. This is a very good move, calculated by David Stearns. Outstanding, guys. More to come, guys. If you like this video, if you got this far, share, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We're going to have Met content all the time, every day. Luis Robert Jr. is a New York Met. Good job here by David Stearns. I'll catch you guys on the next video.